What's up, my Finan loves? It's Miss Finan D coming to you all from VN Entertainment News.
Yes, I did see the mid-season trailer. Yes, I did a review on it. And yes, I will be posting that very soon. But I wanted to talk about this real quick. I know Kenya Moore name is in the title a lot, but I just have all of these different things that I wanted to talk about. And if I had included all of them in one video, we would have a video over 2 hours, and ain't nobody got time for that, okay? So anyways, before I go any further, if you missed this clip, put me on pause, go ahead and click the very first link in the description below to watch this moment between Kenya and Tanya, and then come back, let's talk about it. Well, welcome back. Okay, as you can see in that scene with Kenya and Tanya, Kenya was very calm. She was very polite. She wasn't aggressive. She wasn't angry. None of that with Tanya. She was just encouraging her about what to do with her eggs and all of that. From the look of things, Kenya looked calm to me. And she was like girlfriend to girlfriend, and they were having a comfortable and very civil conversation. The way how Tanya brought a conversation to the group, she was screaming. She was the aggressive one, saying how Kenya told her to shove her egg back up in her. Like the way how she brought it to the group, it was the complete opposite of what Kenya said. And it was disturbing because this is the Love and Light 2.0, and this girl saw the camera on them. So for her to just lie like that, when that wasn't how the conversation went at all, it was like, whoa. From what we saw, she did not look offended at all. Because if she was, all the mouth that she had around Candy and the other girls, she would have told Kenya, I don't know you like that. Thank you for your advice and all of that, but I'm not interested. But from what I'm seeing, Tanya was the one who probably approached Kenya because she's going through IVF and all of that, and seeing that Brooklyn is here, she's healthy, she's happy, she's adorable. Oh, let me go ahead and talk to Kenya about this. And even if it was the other way around, even if Kenya heard that Tanya was doing that and went to give her advice, right there and then, if you are about that life and have all that lip when you're not around someone, then you tell them, listen, girl, I don't know you like that. Thank you so much for your input, but I'm not going to have this discussion with you. But you are on the bed with her. The both of you are in a room together having a heart to heart, and she's calmly encouraging you, and then you go out and you do that. But yet Kenya is the villain. Kenya is the terrible one. And I want people to remember that at that point, okay, Tanya still didn't know that Kenya was talking about her man at that table. So there was no reason for her to have that type of energy towards Kenya. At that point, no one had pulled Tanya aside to tell her that, hey, your man was doing A, B, and C, and this lady, the cookie lady, came out and said, this, that, and the third about you. Not Candy, not Cynthia. No one pulled Tanya aside. Now, as you saw in the clip, Tanya was saying how, Kenya had the opportunity to tell her because they were alone together, and that's when she lied on Kenya about the egg situation and all of that conversation and all of that. But if I ask a general question because I don't know you personally and I'm trying to get a feel and your vibe, and you tell me whatever you're talking about, I do not consider that cheating. I don't give a bleep. Guess what I'm doing? I'm not going to give a bleep either, because according to your vibe, that's not cheating. So then why am I going to come to you and give you information that you are clearly telling me you don't give a about? So Kenya did the right thing by not saying anything, because according to Tanya, that is not cheating. So Kenya moved on with her life. What do you want from me? You say you don't care, so now I don't owe you anything. Now, if Candy and Cinda Bailey, who shot with you an entire season, wants to give you the tea, then let them do it. But I'm not going to do it, okay?
This is what Kenya wrote on Twitter. I actually liked Tanya at that time in the show. If I was going to tell her, I would have, as I said in my interview, if someone is going to find out anything about their man, it won't be from me, which is true. The producers are the reason why Tanya got to find out about her man, okay? Kenya and Cynthia got the information. They did not go back to tell Tanya. Kenya asked the question, and Tanya clearly said that she didn't care and that she didn't consider that as cheating. So case closed, nothing else to see here. So that was that. So I'm looking forward to see, the lady's going to come back. So I'm going to talk about that in the super trailer. And we're going to see in the mid-season trailer. And we're going to see what happens from there. But the word on the street, which I don't like getting into word on the street, is that Tanya was actually gunning for a peach. Bravo was considering to give her a peach. And then when she realized, oh my gosh, my relationship is about to be, on blast, and all of these different things are going to happen. And the producers are setting up these different scenes. And now, my man is being accused of cheating and all of that. She's thinking about her career and then that. And she was like, you know what? Marlo been on the show for all of this time, and she's never had to bring a boyfriend or anything, and she is as popular as the other girls, and she's getting her little coins from the show. She's getting money. So you know what, I want to do the same thing that Marlo is doing and be a friend to the show, because that way my stories are limited and the show is not going to go digging into my life to find out things from my life. So that's why she basically decided to fall back, and not the other reason that she provided, allegedly.
And you guys, that when all of this happened, Kenya did hop on Instagram Live.
I just felt like going live today, today was a real interesting day. You know why? Because you think some people are cool and they have your back, or they're nice people, they don't bother anybody, you befriend them, and then they stab you in the back the first chance they get over some nonsense, just either to make a name for themselves or to get some street cred. You know how it is when when they say in the prison culture, and to get some street cred, you just go up to the biggest guy in the yard and punch him in the face, basically. I feel like some people try to do that just so they can, like I said, make a name for themselves. It's crazy, right? Brookie, look at Brookie. Brookie Cookie. Brookie Cookie! But you know what? At the end of the day, you know who has my back? Mama! Back. You heard it? She said back. She said, I got your back. Say back. Anyway, today is a very interesting day. You try to be nice to some people. You really try to be nice to some people. And for no reason, they attack. Snakes. So many snakes around me. Not in my inner circle. Not in my inner circle. I have some riders in my inner circle. People who really ride for me. And I have my extended inner circle, like Team Twirl. Amazing fan base. People who give me the heads up, protest for me, all kind of stuff. That feels really good, actually.
And when she got on Instagram Live, I did say in my video that there's a general snake gate situation going on, which we now know that Nene Leakes created the whole thing and then threw Giovanna under the bus. Okay, we know that now. But I did say that the snake that Kenya was talking about personally was Tanya, and I was right. This is what I said when the rumor came out that Kenya and Tanya were going through it, and Tanya had this to say to Kenya, all of that. This is what I said. The rumors that's spreading out there is that Tanya allegedly almost put her hands on Kenya because they got in an argument, and Kenya said that her fiance would never marry her and she would never have a kid, and Kenya spoke about her eggs. Now I find that hard to believe, and I would be very shocked
if the show comes on and those words leave Kenya's mouth. Also, a woman who just went through everything she went through to have Brooklyn. She almost died, IVF, all of that. I doubted that she's going to throw that back in another woman's face. I don't believe that at all. So, like I said, we shall wait and see in what context, Kenya said it, or even if she said it at all.
Fast forward to recently, now we are all aware of what context Kenya said it. It came from the place of love and not from hate. However, now the part about the whole reproductive system and IVF and all of that, I was completely against that part, and I knew that Kenya would never do that because she just went through, a terrible experience, and Brooklyn is a miracle. The part about your husband or your fiance would never marry you or something like that, that part, I can see that part possibly happening in the heat of the moment in the argument. I know that a few of you didn't watch last season, okay? But the ladies, when they were in Japan, the topic, I guess they were talking to like some spiritual person or whatever the case might be. And the person talked to, Tanya about her man. And when she brought it up, Nene said something along the lines of, she might not end up marrying, her fiance. You never know, you can be engaged and things could happen, whatever the case might be. And I guess the way how Nene said it, and also the way how Tanya received it, there was some miscommunication and misinterpretation going on, and Tanya went off on Nene. So the only thing I can say that I am hoping that if Kenya Moore said these things, she said it in the context of trying to help Tanya out. But then, once again, she misinterpreted and did not understand where Kenya was going and just blacked out, because I saw how she just went off. She don't play about her fiance, because if Kenya went through IVF and went through the same things, and she and Tanya bonded on that level, then saying things like, you should do this or you should do that, because if you don't do this and that, the window of A, B, and C working might close, and all of, because Kenya is very knowledgeable in that department. I just hope it's not along those lines of Kenya giving her an advice and then the media taking it and switching it as Kenya said something low down dirty. As you can see, Kenya wasn't low down and dirty. She was very pleasant to that girl, giving her advice in a loving way, in a caring way. And then Tanya took that information back and completely flipped it and made it look like Kenya was this crazy woman screaming at her to push her egg back in her. And she was just this different character in person, and not this fun and love and light and this bubbly, I'm coming to replace the love and light, Cynthia Billy. She wasn't that person. And of course, people are going to brush over that. If you go and you flat out lie on me when I had no business being nice to you, okay, you claim you only knew me for 48 hours and whatever the case might be. You are trying to Mariah Carey me like I don't know her, okay? But yet you were willing to sit on the bed with me and have such a personal conversation with me. Then you don't say it to my face. You go behind my back and try to make it look like after I almost died just to bring my child, okay, into this world, that I would turn around and say that mess about your body and IVF when I'm also the ambassador, you know what I'm saying, for an organization that help families who's going through issues like this. You're going to sit there and lie? Of course, I'm going to get upset. So you are going to see Tanya and Kenya have a very explosive moment based on what the trailer showed, and I'm going to talk about it in my review in that. And Kenya had every right to do that because of the lie, the flat out lie that Tanya said. What she should have said was, you know what, I don't know, but if Kenya was talking about Paul and I, why she didn't just tell me
when we were together earlier. She was very nice. We're talking about IVF. Her message would have still been gotten across. I didn't understand why she would lie like that. And say Kenya talked to her the way that she described it, as if the cameras were not there and we were not going to see this on TV. So, but you know what? It worked. Tanya wanted a peach, and the producers told her, you want a peach? You want more scenes? You want to last long on this show? You want the fans to cheer for you and drag Kenya Moore? Go after Kenya Moore, and you will survive. That's who you go after. And guess what she did? She went after her. You think Kenya just left her wig for no thing? It's a setup. Okay, reading some of the comments, and some of you were like, oh no, Vina, they already left. Tanya stayed behind with Portia, and so that's why Candy and Cynthia were not there. And basically Kenya asked Tanya, when that rumor came out, okay, and all the blog pages were posting it, Tanya decided, oh yeah, you know what? I'm going to add more fuel to the fire and create this narrative that Kenya Moore really did this. I'm going to go ahead for the first time on my page and post something that I normally don't post, just because I'm trying to create my narrative. So, because she was hoping that Kenya would help with her storyline, because we've seen it seasons after seasons. Every new girl, or even the OGs, go after Kenya Moore if you want to get some scenes and want to have, and want to be trendy online. Go ahead and go after Kenya. So let's go ahead and get into what Tanya also posted after the rumor came out. Now, don't get me wrong. I'm not saying that this message is not important. I'm not saying Tanya don't care. I'm not saying any of that. But the timing of it. She goes and she posts this so that people then can assume that absolutely Kenya did what she's being accused of doing. Because why out of nowhere would Tanya start talking about IVF? So let's go ahead and read what Tanya posted on her page. She wrote, the strongest women become the strongest mothers before their children are ever even conceived. Plain and simple, people don't talk about their struggles for one reason or another, but I want to change that. What was your journey like? What was the hardest part? Who did you turn to for comfort? Let's talk about it, okay? That's what Tanya posted. This could also be one of the reasons why maybe she and Kenya Moore connected, because Kenya was very nice to her. Kenya did not get the, this is a new girl who's going to attack me vibe. She let her walls down and invited Tanya. They were cool, leaving nothing but positive comments on each other pages, supporting each other. You have people in the comments giving Tanya advice and all of that, and she's responding to a lot of them. I said in the previous videos that 90% Tanya and 10% Eva, and I was right. Tanya is the snake. Wow. Now, loves, thank you all for your love and support. If you're not subscribed to the channel, go ahead and subscribe to the channel. Go ahead and leave this video a thumbs up. Also, turn on notifications so when I do post, you're aware that I posted. And I will see you all in the comment section. Remember to always have the God bless attitude, which is being positive at all times and seeing the good in every situation. Have a great day, guys. God bless.